And we are live. Cajun Coin Hunter here, aka Boudreaux. See what hat. Oh, got the Evan Root hat on again today. Need to wear my other one every now and then. Kind of rotate them hats. How y'all doing today? We got partly cloudy weather, about 83 degrees, something like that. Let me see, 87. Partly sunny, partly cloudy. Either way, there's a lot of clouds. But watermelon eating weather, and guess who's here? And we'll reveal that after a while. So, uh, let's see here. We got Tar Heel in the chat. William I, how you doing? We got Mater's Workshop in there, and he's eating. And then we might have a little rage from Tim Palmer. Grass cutter Palmer after a while. He was live. He's live now. I went over there for a few minutes earlier, about 5-10 minutes, and said hello to everybody and talked a little shop, board motors and stuff like that there. So let's see. Boogity, boogity, boogity. It's been raining there all day. Wow. Okay. It's supposed to storm today, but it didn't. Like, thunder showers, whatever. But, it's still a 80% chance of rain. So we'll see. I'm not going to go look at the radar just yet. But if it rains, it rains. If it don't, it don't. Oh, well. Got all the links sent out to everybody. And since we only allowed 6, I got 3 reserved, 3 reservations. And there's my honey, Miss Missy Lucat right there. Oh, okay, I got that. Oh, you know what? I did not put my earbuds in, so I don't know if my audio is right or not. But we're gonna put that in. Oh, let me loosen them up a little bit. I hate it when I can hear myself and well, it's not really hearing myself. It's like whatever. Boogie Landry, what's up, little buddy? How you doing? That little Louisiana man right there. Mater's Workshop, what's going on, mon ami?
Not much. Everything sounds pretty good on my end from you.
Oh, okay. It's probably when I have my speakers cranked up, maybe.
Yeah.
But if I'm solo, it shouldn't affect. It might though, because I've noticed if I don't have my earbuds in, I hadn't paid attention to where speaker volume was, but I would be a little audio just wasn't right.
Yep.
I forget because I've been wearing earbuds now. I hadn't heard it in a while, so a couple of years I hadn't heard. I've always had my earbuds in, so I forgot what it sounded like. Doing good. Went to the PCGS show. Oh, in New Orleans, okay, and made some money helping one of my friends that's a coin dealer. Cool deal, Boogie. Cool deal, boy. That was a long drive for you. Michael Chesina, Radio Mike is in the house.
Yeah, I've been out here working on a few things, trying to.
What you got? What you working on?
I was making another crate and everything because I've got some stuff in the house that so 4-drawer cabinet that needs to get emptied out, and like I can make just make another crate for all that to go in. Then I'll stick it upstairs.
Oh, okay. Oh, one of your box crates things?
Yeah, but I'm doing it different. I'm trying to get it to where it's not made out with the slats and everything, where it's all solid all the way around.
Oh, okay. Hour and a half each way for 2 days. Yeah. So y'all drove back and forth every day then. Yeah, because I know where you're at. I'm not gonna say it, but I know where you're at. And so you cross the causeway though on the puncher train, so that cuts off a lot of time. Rather than hitting 12, going to 10, and then go south, you just cut straight across. Yeah, the hotel was sold out. Oh, okay.
Damn.
Yeah, Boogie's I've been knowing Boogie. He's in the coin community. I've been knowing him for I think since I knew him after I started my channel. He was the new kid on the block, so to speak. I think I met him about 6 months after I started my Cajun channel.
Hey, Tommy.
He goes to Baton Rouge pretty often and to the coin shops over there and find some sweet deals in the coal boxes, junk boxes.
I noticed you sent me the invite twice today.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
Except Tommy Hanlon, it might have echoed itself.
Because there's Missy, Boogie. Who else was in there?
Mike Tessina, Radio
Oh,
Mike.
hey, Mike, how you doing? Now we're still doing some rearranging in the craft room and everything, and got a pretty good sized display case in there that my mom and dad used to put different things in. And Crystal got it all cleaned out, and I wound up doing some things on it. And one of the things that wound up being found, you remember when McDonald's had those Thai beanie babies as far as their kids meal?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, one of those happened to be in there. It was the was it Glory,
Oh, okay.
but not in the bag. Showing us your kitty.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's what Mini Mater is a Thai beanie baby.
Yeah. Got one like this. My granddaughter got me that, and another one. Oh, and guess who we got in the wine cellar?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, take a guess.
Does it happen to be someone that's north of the border?
Might be.
Depending upon which border?
Don't know where he's at right now, but
Oh.
there we go. Raising Cajun.
Yep.
That who you were thinking about?
Well, okay, I guarantee you he's definitely north of the border, the Mexican border.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody?
How's it going,
Raising?
Ray?
It's going. It's about out here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, at the truck stop.
I thought you weren't going to say where you were at anymore.
I'm not driving.
Oh,
You see me driving? No, curtain are closed.
well, you
Close,
used to want you're
close
trying
business.
to do the autonomous driving.
So you open the curtains and it gets a little
Yeah,
bright.
just a little. Hey, maybe I should have had my sunglasses on for that.
Let's see. Boogie said, I've been on the search for a 1851 New Orleans mint, 3 cent, and it's been pretty unsuccessful. Yeah, that would be the silver one, if I'm not mistaken. That's the silver one.
Hey, Bill.
Mr. Bill, how you doing?
Yeah, because the 3 cent piece, and they got two 3 cent pieces. Okay, they got the 3 cent piece that's silver, and then they got the 3 cent nickel that's made with nickel. You know, just like a regular nickel nowadays. That type of nickel. Remember Big T coins? He used to give those away. The 3 cent pieces, he used to give those away because he had
Why
got a
did,
good deal on a bunch of them.
my question is, why did they wind up doing oddball coins like that?
Well, back then you had a 3 cent stamp.
Okay.
So when you had a 3 cent piece, you just gave them that. Didn't have to worry about change. And then you had a fractional paper currency, 3 cents. And you would give that. The reason they made that one was just for 3 cent stamps, fractional currency. But the 3 cent piece, it coincided with the postage, the postal stamp at the time. See, 3 cents was a lot of money back then.
To some people, yeah.
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 Well, no, actually, you know, in 1850s, yeah, 3 cent would
Oh,
get you a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, 50 cent would get you a whole box of ammo, maybe two. Darrow, what's going on, mon ami? All
Daryl?
right, be home in a little while. You know, a penny was worth a lot back then. You know, you had your Lord's cents, okay, that big around is a $1/2. So, you know, bigger than a quarter. So yeah, that was worth a penny back then. Now look at our pennies. You know, they that big around.
Oh, damn. Here's one that you would like, Cajun.
710, what's up? Rigged.
hey, 17.
Big countries in the house.
Yeah. American Eagle $5 gold coin.
Okay.
Trying to figure out what.
Cornet head
Uh,
or Indian head?
well, it's 1989.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought you were talking about an old coin. Did I
No.
get stung by a bee? No. I puffed up because after I had my gallbladder surgery, and you know, when my pancreas and gallbladder quit working, pancreas got pissed off at my gallbladder because it wasn't working. It pancreas wasn't on vacation. It was well. Anyway, after that surgery, uh, yeah, I puffed up, started gaining my weight back. Man, I lost a lot of weight because of that. But when the Civil War came around, people hoarded silver, so they replaced it with the nickel. You know, they made the 3 cent nickel. So yeah, when the Civil War came around, uh, so they could so it would circulate instead of being hoarded as silver. When the 3 cent piece came out, it was well. You can read what Boogie said. Oh yeah, big country. Now if I would, you know, kind of get rid of the ponce in the middle right there, you know, it's not bad, uh, but I'm eating good. This has been feeding me real good. Big country, yeah, I got a 3 cent nickel. Yeah, the nickel or the silver one. Big country. 17s. I had the same problem, and Nader might be having the same problem.
Yep. I'll find out Wednesday, Wednesday morning and everything, if they want to, give me the results and everything right then and there.
Because it wasn't immediate, but when my gallbladder caused it, for not eating a lot, and it happened over time, in months, as your gallbladder's going out, you just feel full, and you're not actually full. You just can't eat a lot. You're not enjoying your meal for some reason, and it's the gallbladder doing that. So
Yeah, like I said, I'll find out.
Email address is in the description box. Big Country, right at the bottom of it. Just said show more, and boom, there's the email address. If it's got the star on it or whatever, you got the silver one. Acid, real bad. Oh, the acid reflux. I had that too. Yeah, shoot me a pic, each side.
Right now, I want to let you know that looks like I've got someone that that's going to be up on panel, special guest.
When?
That I don't know. Still working out all the details.
Oh, okay. I bought an MS-62 1865 3-cent nickel. One of the best coin designs in my opinion. Yeah.
So, Raging, when are you going to be back here in North Texas area?
Probably sometime this week.
I still got your birthday gift over here I got to give you.
Right.
You need to get your wife to show a demonstration of how it works, too. You can hold the camera and I'll demonstrate how it operates.
Oof. No.
Just on Wednesday morning. Because that's when I got that tested from my gallbladder.
They're finally going to tell you what they.
Well, it's just another test and everything, and it'll be, like I said, it'll be Wednesday morning. I got to be there at 8:30. The test is going to be starting, they said around 9 o'clock.
At least they're trying to find out what's going on, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a process of elimination. So, I mean, they're doing all these different tests and still ain't figured it out. Because up like this, right before Cajun went live, that's when I actually had something to eat. And that's the first thing I've had all day. And it wasn't much.
River Rat, what's up? Mon ami. Me, I'm a marsh rat. River rat and marsh
rat. 710, no, that ain't what I got to do.
He's gonna do a CAT scan, probably a hiatus scan too.
Yep. Well, that's what going in for is that, because they're gonna be. Suppose I got to take something that's gonna make my gallbladder or stomach and everything think there's food in there to make the gallbladder operate.
Work.
Yeah, okay. And see what it does.
They got a hiatus scan set up for you?
Yeah.
That's the one that's nuclear medicine.
Is it?
Yeah. Hey, Miss Victoria, hiatus scan. Yeah, it's nothing atomic or nuclear, or you're not gonna glow or nothing like that.
Hey man, I just want to have that little aura all around me.
You gotta look like Mr. Burns on when he takes his shots. You know, the alien on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Mr. Burns, they had an alien. People say, "Oh, I seen an alien or a ghost or whatever," and it was Mr. Burns after he had his whatever shots or tests or whatever shots. Yeah, but the hiatus scan, you're gonna be in the chair or something like on the Star Trek, the Next Generation. You know, the newer style captain's chairs.
They
You're
said
gonna
it'll be
be like
laying down.
that, and you're gonna be looking at the screens that and they'll even show you. There's your gallbladder. There's your whatever and all that.
Oh, they said I'll be laying down the whole time.
Oh, okay. No, it's not
I
a
could.
hiatus scan. It's a
Like I said, I'll
CT
be able to
scan
take a
then.
nap. Yeah, like I
It's a
said, I'll
C.
be able to take a nap.
Yeah, it's a CT scan or MRI.
No, well, considering the fact it's going to be going for 2 hours.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that
It's
could
a
be a CT, maybe.
CT scan. I've already had, what, 6 of those, and those didn't take but about 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, about that. MRI usually takes about 30 minutes. About.
Yeah. And like I said, they said this is going to take 2 hours. And I'll be laying down the entire time. It's like, okay, good. Like I said, go in, take me a nice little nap.
Yeah. I almost fell asleep during the MRI one time. I had a little, had to give you the little earbuds, some music and all that, relaxation music. And just like almost asleep, boy. And all of a sudden I felt the slider move, and I'm going back out. It says, man, I wasn't in there but 5 minutes. I said, no, you was in there 35 minutes, almost 40 minutes. I'm like, wow, man, time flies when you're having fun.
You might have taken a nap. 710, I don't know what it's going to be. All I know is from what I understand, they're going to be either injecting something in me through an IV, or I'm going to, take it orally. But it's going to make it's some kind of medicine or something that's supposed to make the gallbladder think I've had something greasy and fatty to make it work. Of course, they said,
Yeah, they're probably going to give you some insulin.
I don't know, but all I know is that Tuesday night at midnight, I can't hit, up
NPO.
until
NPO.
Yep.
Nothing to eat, nothing to drink. Boy, I'll tell you what, when they do that to me, I can't have my coffee. I'm like, oh boy,
Yep. Not even any of the meds. I can't take any of the medications they got me on.
Yeah, because they told me, when I was in the hospital, they came at like 3 in the morning, every 4 hours from the meds. And they said, okay, here's your medicine and here's a little bit of water. Make sure it goes down because you can't have no more water than this. And it was in that little round pill cup,
Oh, yeah.
and it wasn't even, it was about half full, like a tablespoon of water. I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. I got a handful of pills to take.
Yeah, I bet that was rough.
710, I have no idea. I've never had that test, so I don't know.
Oh, that's okay, yeah. Well, I know what 710's talking about. That's called not resolution. I'm close. You either got to drink it or they give it to you in an IV. And when they give it to you in the IV, they say, now, okay, you're going to feel a warm sensation like you use in the bathroom, one or the other. And I never had that sensation. One time I had that sensation, but it was when it was giving me that dilaudid, and she pushed it, and for some reason, all of a sudden, it took all at one time. the nurse was talking with Missy, admiring Missy's crochet, because Missy was crocheting. She was making something. And the nurse was like, wow, man, you do good work. And the nurse was there, and I'm like, oh boy, hey, I feel something. Warm, warm, warm. She said, that's your dilaudid. I said, well, I never felt that before. And they're like, well, sometimes, it happens because there was a push. I did push it, and I felt like I peed on myself, but I didn't, But I know what I know what 710 is talking about. It's called
It's contrast.
Contrast. That's it.
Yeah, that's exactly what the feeling was I had on 3 of those CT scans.
Oh, you had the contrast already. Yeah, I never had that feeling for a contrast. Yeah, I see that.
Right. Well, see, 3 of the CTs were without, and then the other ones were with. And yeah, it gave that warm feeling in the abdomen and everything. It's like, oh boy, that's warm.
And yeah, never done that with me. She said, you feel it? Nope. So, okay. I said, well, I'm, because I was so used to being injected and pushing the medicine in the IV, that's how they was giving me that painkiller, the dilaudid. And there's only one time I felt it, and it was with the painkiller.
Yeah. Like I said, that's how I felt 710. It's like, yeah, you feel it down there in the lower abdomen.
Because I asked the nurse, when is that stuff supposed to make me have that weird feeling? She said, you hadn't felt it? I said, no. She said, well, you ain't going to feel it then. She said, that's kind of rare that you don't feel it.
Knee surgery. I'm scared.
Yeah, Missy's got her x-rays back from her knees, and they want to make her an appointment with a specialist, or a knee specialist. Well, she already had an appointment, and nothing became of it. But yeah, she's got real bad arthritis in her knee, and the kneecap is messed up from a couple of falls. She got a bad kneecap to start with. She fell a couple of times, 3 times. Alex Conway, what's up, little buddy? How you doing? I tried to call you a while back and didn't get an answer on the phone.
Got Alex, and there's Jungle Bob.
I'm teaching how to coach.
That's my neighbor over there in Livonia. Jungle Bob, what's up, mon ami? Hey guys, what's up? I'm outside smoking the tenderloin. Oh boy, and lining up my work for tomorrow. Be in the chat for just a few minutes. Yeah, don't spoil your smoke.
I'm curious. Okay, he's outside smoking a tenderloin. Has he got that in paper, or has he got that in a pipe?
in a barbecue pit smoker, a big round iron.
I've never used
pipe,
one of those.
Big iron round pipe.
Yeah, for me, I've never smoked one of those before.
Every time I see an 18-wheeler load of caissons, casing pipe, about 3 foot, 2.5, 3 foot pipe, I'm like, oh man, look at the barbecue pits on the back of that truck. 40 foot a piece on them caissons. Make a lot of barbecue pits with them pipes.
Yep.
And something that would last a lifetime. Big country. Puff, 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 yeah. Puff daddy, yeah. Puff, yeah. Probably 710 ain't said that yet. And smoking the pipe. Oh, okay, he did. Never mind, he did. I'm lighting up the grill for chicken right now and smoking the pipe.
Mm-hmm. So, Raging,
Anthony.
Raging, where you going to be trucking off to soon?
Don't know yet. Ain't got a load.
You ain't got a load? How come?
Memorial Day weekend.
So?
It's slow.
Well, you need to get someone, start cracking a whip after someone to start having them find you a load.
Hey, look who's here.
Yep, there she is.
Hello.
Look who's here. My beetle bug. That's who in the title of the video. Guess who's here? My granddaughter's here. Say hi, Gabby.
Hi.
Everybody. Hi, Mater. Hi, Raisin. Hi, Mr. Mater. Hi, Mr. Raisin. That's your cousin right there. Almost.
Taller than me.
Almost. Oh yeah, and I measured her today, and she is 4'11".
Uh-huh.
4'10" and a half. And Missy is 5 foot. I had to look, and I said, Missy Gabby's just as tall as you, but
Beautiful.
that much.
That's what I thought you used to call him.
Beetle bug, my beetle bug.
Hey, Gleason.
Gleason, Cajun. I wish I had time, but cooking and getting ready to sell some silver on my channel in a few minutes. There you go. And if you don't do no good on there, hey, come in here. Look, Victoria's here, 17's here, Johnny High Ray might be here after a while. Anthony's in the shop, Alex in the
She's
house.
doing good.
Oh, she
I'm
crocheting.
teaching her.
Okay, that'll work. Yeah.
She has to do a single crochet first.
Oh yeah. Yeah, single
I
stitch.
just do it a little bit faster.
No, once you get to practice, you can. Yeah.
Watch. Watch. She's learning. Watch. Going getting fast now.
Yeah, just take your time. Take your
Starting to get a
time.
little fast.
Oh, you're doing a double loop pull through? No, look like it. Yeah. Okay.
Mama done
All right.
this much and I
Let's
did
see.
this.
I have some ASCs and a Morgan, also
And
some
she
silver
goes
Ikes. Oh,
double and
okay.
triple. and
Well, if
she
you want to
does
come up
that.
here and pawn a few off, auction a few off, you're more than welcome, Gleason. Unless you have a stream already set up. You know, if you got a stream already set up, I don't want to interfere with that. You know. You still
Oh,
got those West Point American Eagles?
Cajun. I want to send an email off to Bryce, letting him know that he came that close to winning that gift card.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
damn
If
it.
he'd have been here,
Yep.
So, uh, I got a question, not intended to be annoying, but something I just don't understand. The Cajuns I have met have been reasonable and highly able people. What's the bit with Raging's nickname? Raging Cajun? Raging Cajun, like the
Huh.
Raging Cajuns, USL football. Their sports name is the Raging Cajuns, USL. Well, it's U of L now, University of Louisiana, instead of University of Southwestern Louisiana, which I don't know why they changed it.
Let's see.
Make him stand out better.
Well, I had to figure out something to put in front of Cajun. I didn't want to have Cajun with Cajun, so I had to figure out something to put in front of it, and Raging just kind of clicked with it. So that's what I went with, Raging Cajun.
Yep.
Doesn't mean I'm no less than a good try to be a good person at sometime.
Yep.
And there's Mr. Darrell, two ATVs in our life. How you doing today, sir?
I'm surviving. That's about all I can say about it. I'm surviving. It's raining.
Well, you're a
Great.
survivalist, sir.
Have you ever been to Sikeston, Missouri?
Yeah.
What's it like up there?
Hold on a minute. I had the thing muted. I don't know why it went back.
It's nice.
I had it muted and on the other side, and for some reason or other, it just jumped back. So,
Well, the reason I was asking is because they're doing that no name nationals up there, and someone we all know is wanting to try and come up with the money for me to go there in September.
Mhm.
And right now, if I go, I've only got one mode of transportation, and that would be the bike. And if I
Yeah,
go
'cause
up there,
you would have to leave the caliber for Crystal,
yeah,
for your mom and all that. Yeah.
right.
I'll be back.
Right.
That's just
I've
something
I've
you gotta
been by it.
decide
I
what's
ain't
going
gonna say I've been in it, but I've been by it.
Because I looked and everything. I'm figuring that's going to be about a 10-hour trip on the bike. Just almost
good trip.
600 miles.
Still be a good trip to take. I mean,
Yeah. Hello, love. There's Miss Lorna.
Hey,
I mean,
Lord.
yeah, that would be a nice little fun trip.
mhm.
I mean, I could do it on the bike. I've done it before. I've done long trips. I mean, it's just, I mean, if I can go down, say, Galveston in one day and everything, and some of the other, areas. The longest I've gone was several years ago, and it was a trip. It was total of about 900 miles, but it was over about 5 days total.
Mhm.
And about 140 miles of that was all in one day,
Mhm.
at least.
Well, if you really wanted to, I mean, you can make up like Missouri in about a day.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was looking it all up and everything, and it's about 10 hours, by bike, because go 2 hours, and then you got supposed to get off and take a rest, stretch your legs and stuff like that. Get off
Yeah,
at
you
least
stop
20
when you want
minutes.
to stop. I mean, you don't necessarily have to stop, but
Well, if you haven't ridden a bike for that long a distance, yeah, you're going to be feeling it.
Hey, David Carlisle.
hey, David.
Sorry, Dave's not here.
No, I plan on trying to go to Notre National next year. I don't have the subscriber count for this year.
Probably about 2 weeks by horseback.
Well, you can do 30 miles a day on horseback, and that's at a regular, not running or anything. You can do 30 miles a day on horseback.
I don't
300
know.
miles would be 10 days.
I don't know how Arkansas is these days, but it used to be one heck of a rough ride in a damn semi truck. I don't know how it is these days, but being on a bike would be about like riding a daggum semi truck, I reckon, for bouncing up and down them
Well,
ruts.
with all the road construction that's going on right now in Arkansas, on I-40, they're starting to make the roads a little bit better.
I know it used to be kind of a. It was a.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, back when I was driving, we know how Bill Clinton became president because he saved up all the damn highway funds that he stole from Arkansas to get to run for president. So,
Election campaign money.
yeah.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Well,
Hey, Mike, Radio Mike, I got a question for you. I noticed that schematic for that curve tracer. I think it was, I forgot the voltage on the transformer. I think it was like 8 volts, I think, and you said 15 max. Well, I got one that's out of a cash register, an old cash register at the big shop, and it's 17 volts if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
And I noticed you didn't. The schematics didn't have a bridge rectifier and any filtering
No, you can't have it.
capacitors.
You know you can't have this. Quit.
So I assume it's, then you read the
Well,
notes,
I know.
AC driven. So if I
Mhm.
would put, and I noticed there was some resistors in that schematic. Uh, I looked at it right before I came up here, so I didn't have that much time to study it. But what if I just, put a drop-in resistor in it, lower the voltage that way? Yeah, AC based instruments, yeah, and then AC couple it, on a scope AC.
Wow. Does
Bunch of
anybody
holes and transistors.
want to borrow a puppy until she gets through these damn baby teeth?
Yeah.
I mean, she's just
Okay. Yeah.
You're a chew toy.
Yeah,
Well,
that's why I
yeah,
was
but-
asking the question about a drop-in resistor.
the sad part
Yeah.
was
I can
I am
locate
the
a
toy.
I can locate a 6-7 volt.
Oh, damn it.
That's no big deal right there. I can order a transformer if I would have to. Text guy 790, what's up, Mona Me? He came in at the start of the stream
When you learn that
instead
too
of
fast,
the end of the stream.
when you learn that too fast like that,
Hey, text guy.
Has anybody ever figured out how to open one of these without the damn thing going physic? Always.
I know Sprite does it a lot. Sprite, now 7-Up, no. But Sprite, look, you can have it sitting down on the table for 10 hours. And it never fails when you open up that Sprite. You don't even move the 2-liter bottle. Just open it. It wants to foam up and go all over. You gotta be careful with Sprite.
Never fails with a Dr. Pepper. Always.
Well, I think. Wait, Sprite. Trying to think if that's related to Dr. Pepper. I think Sprite's Coca-Cola.
No, Sprite and Dr. Pepper is two different companies.
No, I know that, but I'm thinking
Yeah.
is Sprite Coca-Cola?
No, they're Pepsi.
Sprite is Pepsi. Okay.
No, Dr. Pepper's Pepsi Cola.
No. Dr. Pepper is some states it belongs to Coca-Cola, some states it's on its own.
Yeah, depends on which one.
Dr. Pepper is
But it comes off the Coke truck.
product.
Well, they make it up here, right up the road here, and it's always delivered on Pepsi trucks around here. So
Yeah, it depends on
Depends on
what
what
plant
state.
it's made at, what bottle it's at. Yeah.
no,
Dr. Pepper and 7-Up. Okay, but Sprite always 7-Up doesn't do that like Dr. Pepper. Sprite does. Yep, pour that syrup out. 17 cents. Well, it's got nutmeg in Dr. Pepper. That's what gives it that flavor is nutmeg.
yeah,
And
Pepsi.
mace too, I think. I'm not sure if they have a little mace in it or not, but nutmeg. That's why they had a soft drink came out, soda came out when I was young. I was in 6th grade, I think, when it came out. It was called Dr. Nut. And that was, a spin-off of Dr. Pepper. It was Dr. Nut. And they used to have it in the Coke machines in junior high when I was in junior high. And it's nutmeg that gives
Maybe
it the
she's
flavor.
got some kind of, what has she got there? A pump or something other she's taking
I
on?
think it's got some cranberry juice in it too.
Yeah,
I thought Coca-Cola was Sprite.
Yeah, Coca-Cola is Sprite,
Company. Yeah, I thought so.
yeah.
Catchy name, Dr. Nut.
But Dr. Pepper and Gatorade is made by Pepsi Cola. Because, I mean, big Pepsi Cola plant up here has got Gatorade manufacturing and all that involved in it. So,
Yeah, I don't do Gatorade. I do Powerade or
well,
Tin Can.
Powerade's a Coca-Cola product. But
I tell you, when I went to boot camp, that's all they gave you was for lunch and dinner. They gave you 2 full glasses of Powerade, and it was lukewarm. You're lucky to get it nice and chilled.
Powerade or Gatorade?
Powerade,
Oh, okay. I'd rather Powerade over Gatorade.
2 cups. And when I got done with boot camp, I came home for a few weeks. I told the wife, "You better not give me no damn Powerade." Even buy it. She's like, "Why?" Try 14 weeks of nothing but straight Powerade for lunch and dinner. That's all you get with your food, and you had to finish both. They didn't really care if you finished your food. They wanted you to down that liquid.
Now, 10K, that's put out by Kentwood Water. Kentwood Water makes 10K with their Kentwood Water, and Kentwood Water is known like 3 states wide. You know, that's their truck routes and distributors for Kentwood Water. That's some pure water.
Only water I can really drink is Arrowhead water, and you can only get it from out west. Now Ozark, the stuff they sell in like Texas and stuff like that, that's the sister company of Arrowhead. It's pretty much all the same. But Arrowhead's pretty much the only water I can drink.
well, to be honest with you, the best water we drink is the Great Value from Walmart. I mean, it's got a taste that it agrees with me. So, but that's what
you got to look up where the source of it is on the internet.
Yeah.
If you look up the source on the
with Walmart,
it says look it up on the internet.
well, with Walmart, it can be anywhere. I mean, it can come from any damn where. But
cheapest
I mean,
one.
we got down. I mean, Nestle water used to be they put a big plant in. Put a big plant in right down there next to where my house used to be in South Carolina. But I never could drink it. Drink Nestle water from down there. I mean, I could drink it out of spigot when we had a pump, but I could never drink it out of or even our water down there. I could drink it out of spigot or the sink or whatever, but I could never drink it out of a daggum Nestle bottle. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, we all drink the hose pipe water.
Yeah.
Mike said, raising Cajun, I had issues with water when I was overseas. If you look around, you can find reverse osmosis water in most major stores, nearly as good as distilled. Yeah, but if you drink distilled water, you don't have any. It's distilled. It's sterile. You know, you ain't got no trace minerals or nothing in it. I was raised on hose, well water. I was raised on that. Daddy would always drill a 200-foot well, 150, 200-foot well, because one time they did a well that was only 100 feet. 10 years later, the people that bought the house from us, 10 years later, they had to redig another well. So Daddy always went 150 to 200. And you get 200 feet, man, that water is cold as ice when it comes out that faucet or water hose. And man, no rust in it, no nothing.
Well, Mike, you got to think when you're overseas, if you're not getting good clean water, you're getting it out of the trailer they used to bring on base or bring wherever they were that they dumped those water cleaning pills in.
Now get up here and behave.
Region.
Well,
Now why do you want to make me go and watch Polly Shore? He was one of the guys that drove one of those water trucks. But ain't that? It's going to be Adam Sandler. That's a mighty fine H2O.
Water boy.
East
Hey,
Canyon, check your email, buddy. East Coast Canyon, afternoon, boo. Thank you again for the package. You're more than welcome, man. You the one sent me the codes for it, so I said, well, I was about a year ago or so, I was beating around the bush trying to see what you liked, and I was wanting to know if you did the do-rags, the bandanas, handkerchiefs, and you said you didn't wear those, so uh, I figured, well, get him a lighter, a nice lighter. And I like that filigree, whatever design on that thing. Oh, wow, that's a long one. Okay. Now you're going to teach you how to turn to come back around to add to it?
You're gonna need to learn what to make.
Yeah. Next row.
See, Michael, that's one thing about me going on a cruise ship. That's the only thing they ever do is they take the seawater and desalinate it and everything. And now I'll admit, seawater, once they do that, it has a totally different taste to it. And take a shower and everything at it feels totally different.
hmm
DNR Small Engine, what's up on me?
You know,
What have you got? Now?
I found a local shop that's going to cost me money. They sell old LPs and real records. Yeah, go to them. Man, when I was in Tucson, Arizona for those couple years, I went to those thrift stores, and man, they got a lot of stuff. Man, I found a awesome Techniques turntable with the S tone on it, the older turntables, and that thing worked. It's $5. Wish they'd had a pair of them, and then hell, I found a couple pair of boots that look hardly worn. Good leather, West cowboy boots, and albums. Oh, I got a little river band, uh, Boss Skaggs, a bunch of albums. Hold on, Boss Skaggs. That was the one with Lido Shuffle on it. That was one of their original albums.
Yeah, I bought the wife a record player for Christmas one year. She had a bunch of records. So.
There you go. Yeah, vinyl's very much alive right now. A lot of the local DJs here, at the country places, they still make the 45s. New country songs come out. We have a record shop over here right up the road in Bill Platt. It's Floyd's Record Shop, and a lot of your record stores and CD stores, stores that sell CDs and all that. We still get old French music and swamp pop music on 45s and CDs, and they don't make cassettes anymore, but they do have some in stock, new old stock, and you can buy that. Notice how nobody's making new 8-tracks. Yeah, right. Yeah, you would hear two songs at one time. You have to fold up a piece of paper and stick it under the cartridge and stick it in there in the slot in the opening, and then you could hear just one song instead of two.
or laser disc.
You never have to do that with a laser disc.
No, I'm saying nobody's making a laser disc.
Oh. And those things were that big around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're still making them, but they're called DVDs now.
Yeah, smaller.
Yeah.
I got a little instrument I opened up and I tried it. Somebody gave it to me. It's a Murata SWR and fuel strength meter.
Hey, Briggs.
Hey, Briggs.
What's up, Briggs? I
Hi,
gotta take
Briggs.
it apart. Once I move the knob and on here, it's a Murata. Once I move the knob, that needle does go. It don't know which way to go, so I gotta put some deoxit in it. Take it apart, put some deoxit. This thing's old. Look like one of the old Microntas that Radio Shack had a while back.
Mhm.
And they had one that laid down that you could set down. And that one had a watt meter in it too. SWR slash watt meter. It only went up to 20 watts, 10 watts, something like that. See how much I can get this port out of there. Oh, okay. That'll work. Put on visors. Aren't they fun? I want to know about directional couplers or else that might need more than chemical cleaning. Oxygen would do bad things to silver plate. Yeah, I know. My neighbor brought me a VCR day before yesterday. Yeah, and want to know if I worked on VCRs, but she didn't bring it. She just knocked on the door. She had a little boy with her and says, "You work on VCRs, Boudreaux?" Yes, ma'am. Sure do. Yes, I got one. It spits the tape out. The tape itself stays in it. I said, I think I know exactly what's wrong with it. And there's the encoder mode switch on it. That was oxidized, and it was bad. So you got a VCR and DVD combo. You got to tear that whole thing apart to get to that encoder switch. And those are made out of silver. And it's supposed to be greased real good, dielectric grease from the factory, so the air don't get to it. But after a while, it does. And boy, it was bad. I took a brass brush to it with some acetone because the Magnavox encoder switch, it won't eat up that type of plastic they use. But a cheap VCR, cheap brand name, no name brand or whatever, yeah, the acetone to eat that one, the plastic. So I use 99.9% alcohol. But
No. Well,
let's see how they did it. Some are
Kate,
made out of
Cajun,
fitted metal cords, and
I got
some
I
are
got to jump
circle
over here,
stuff.
Cajun, because
All right.
this puppy, I can't get her outside because it's pouring down rain, and she's got more damn energy.
Put her right in the rain. Let her get a shower.
She is trying to tear the whole house apart. So
Yeah.
all right, I'll
See you,
talk with
Daryl.
y'all later.
All right, see you, Daryl.
No, it's just a plain old SWR bridge in it. It's got a potentiometer, switch, forward and reflect. Got a cap on this side, ceramic cap. Got a resistor, ceramic cap. Looks like an MPO cap. Got another choke or resistor right here. Thing looks burnt. Can't see that good. Put a light on it. That resistor looks burnt. Get out like a pin light. Oh no, it's not. It's just a shadow. Okay, that's a germanium diode right there. I think that's like a 1N914. One little standoff board, another germanium diode, two more germanium diodes. You got 2, 3, 4 germanium diodes. 1, 2 resistors, 2 caps, 3 caps. One going across the meter. That's a 102. 2, that's a 0.001 microfarad. I have to take that knob out of there. Okay, I don't have my pliers right here, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. The knob just pulls off. There's no set screw. And the little opening for the knob is upside down. So I'll have to take it out. and the switch. Take the switch out too. Oh, no, maybe not. Not the switch. No, I can do the switch by itself while it's in there. I could hear that switch in the back end. Okay, I don't have a pair of pliers handy, so we'll just wait on that potentiometer. Put this right here. Fun with remote radio gear repair. Yeah. Correct on the germanium diode. Good to about 30 megahertz. Yeah, and that's meant, that right there is meant for 27 megahertz. 27, 28 megs, 10 meter, 29 meg.
Oh, way, wound up, I did the video and everything. I don't know if I'm gonna put it out there, but I did figure out what was causing the problem on that compressor, why that adapter wouldn't go on. That's because they didn't put a couple of notches in it. They're supposed to be there to allow the adapter to go down. So I did some modification on the compressor and got everything hooked up. It still didn't want to work, even with that adapter on there.
With the battery adapter?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Got that to go all down on there. Put a fully charged cobalt battery. Nope. Still didn't want to work.
Hey, Crazy Cat Lady. How you doing? We got a cat named Missy. Yeah, I saw you live this morning. I went over there for a little while, but you ended it about 30 seconds after I got there. You said, say bye, Missy. So, and that was it. To break up the oxide layer. Yeah. Yeah, and I got the deoxit with the that's the DC version, DC electronics version of deoxit, called deoxide. Instead of $22 a can, it was about $12 a can at Rouse Electronics, local electronics store. It's a small chain. They have them in Lake Charles, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, New Orleans. I think they got one. I think Beaumont's got one. I used to go to the one in Baton Rouge all the time when I had my radio shop at Tiger Truck Stop. I used to go about 3 times a month. Solder wick, shrink tubing, heat shrink, solder elements from my Unger soldering station I had that one that element screwed into it.
Yep. The wife's got tidy all that.
Like I said, don't know that stuff. It's the same thing as deoxit, kegs, laboratories. This one has the lubrication in it. You need some tips for your gun. What gun you got? An iron or you got a gun? Probably got a Weller. If you when you said gun, now you can make one out of 12 gauge wire, 14 gauge wire. I got some 10 gauge wire that I use on mine, on my Weller, my big Weller gun, 2-stage. It's I use 10 gauge wire, and I just make the
Now-
hooks in it like the Weller soldering tips. And when I want to do chassis soldering, it puts out a good amount of heat.
Now, my question is he talking about like a soldering gun, or is he talking about a cordless hole puncher?
No, soldering gun. Soldering gun.
Hey, crazy cat.
Hey, crazy cat. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, but he could be talking about a cordless hole puncher.
No, he said he needs some new tips for his soldering gun.
Ah.
Well, for his gun. But I said soldering iron or soldering gun, and then I was saying probably a gun since he said so. Gun. I assumed instead of iron.
Okay.
Now you can get them on Fleabay. If you still got a Radio Shack in your area, like over here, they got one in Abbeville. They still got a radio.
There's still one left around. Wow.
Oh, there's quite a few Radio Shacks across the country. They franchise though. They're not the company store.
Ah.
They still get stuff from the company, from Tandy Corporation, but
I didn't think any of them were still around. I mean, I know the one we had here in town, they closed up. I believe it was a franchise.
yeah, they had a franchise one here in town. But when they closed the Western Auto, the Radio Shack went with it because it was the guy that owned the Western Auto owned the franchise Radio Shack. And Johnny said he thinks he's still got a bunch of stuff, that new old stock. So he was going to get with him to see. But Radio Shack, it was convenient. It was a little pricey. It wasn't that pricey, like getting resistor kits or whatever. But it was convenient.
Well, I know that when I lived up in Irving, we had a Radio Shack not that far from me. It was actually one of their return stores. Return and discounted parts and stuff.
Mm.
And I want to get a complete stereo system for inside of my little truck. And I don't think I had $300 in the whole thing. That included the radio, an amp, I think two, either 10-inch or 12-inch speakers, and with boxes.
Yeah.
And all the wiring and everything.
What brand was on the radio?
I don't remember. That's been that was back in the 90s. Think I'm going to remember something like that?
Okay, in the 90s, it was probably Optimus. That was the brand that Radio Shack had. That was their brand at the time, Optimus. I think, man, Radio Shack had some awesome, home stereo systems, surround sound and stuff. That was top quality, because the top quality companies, in fact, most of their stuff was made by Japanese companies.
Right.
And that was top quality. Money Maniacs, what's up?
What's up, Money Maniac?
It was a fantastic move of the Holy Spirit today. Ooh, man, I saw it. Oh, yeah, Kenwood, Pioneer, those were good brands. Alpine.
I don't remember. All I know is that it was. I'm trying to remember if it was I think it was AM, FM, CD, and then had one hell of an amp in there.
Mm-hmm.
Up like this, there was times when I was outside doing something. I'd sit there and just have the stereo going, and it damn near would run the battery down. It was pulling that much power. I literally would have to go over there and put the battery charger on it to start it back up.
Oh, so that was a car stereo you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about home audio.
No. Car stereo.
Gotcha.
what I'm saying. I had it in my truck, yeah. But like I said, I wanted buying the stereo, got an amplifier, everything. Put it inside my truck. I had a little was that? I think that was the '87 Dakota I had at the time. Yeah, had that little Dakota. Had that, and I wound up getting what was it? Then I got the '92 Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that was a good little running little truck, man. Wish I could find another one of those. Had that the 2.5 4-cylinder in it with a 5-speed. Man, you talk about something that got some damn good fuel mileage.
Huh. I didn't get it. I don't see an email from Country, Big Country. Okay.
Money says he wants up.
Check your email. And I queue up a walnut.
But yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I remember let's say having the Radio Shack. I remember going to Tandy Leather and getting stuff.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Tandy Leather Company. Sure do.
Mm.
Remember that? They had one in Baton Rouge.
Well, the closest one for me was all the way on the south side of Fort Worth, if I ever went there. Which I went there, I think, once. And then shortly afterwards, they shut down. There's money.
Hey, money.
There he be, money himself.
Yep. Yep. But he's the one that sent me the info on that pick-a-wheel when I did my giveaway.
Yeah.
Can't hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I can't hear you, Mike. All
Oh,
right.
he must have some background noise that he don't want us to hear.
I don't see his mute symbol.
Not unless y'all just want to hear my fan blowing up. Well, not mine, my son's fan. That's why I had it muted because it's kind of loud. Come on, would you get?
Yes. No, it's not that thing. It's not
Okay.
that thing.
All right, well, we'll leave it on then. Yeah, we just we had good service today. Then we had lunch at church, and then we had we're going through a book study. You know, some of us have signed up for it after church with the pastors and stuff. And you know, we did that, and then I went to the store and just got home. But yeah, it was a good day. It's a good day. It was a good day. It still is a good day. It's still a good day. But it's only 3:00 for me, so y'all getting ready for dinner and bed and all that. And see, me, I'm still going.
Well, hey, any day above ground is always a good day.
Hey, yeah. Like Cajun says, anything north of the grass.
Yep.
That's right. North of the grass, baby.
But no, we believed in some things and we rebuked some things and we whooped the devil all the way back to hell. And while he was shaking his name too, we did not care. We didn't care. Let him go.
You're not supposed to care.
Tired dealing with him.
Well, you know, that's the thing about with me. I'm so deadgum mean and ornery. Heaven don't want me, and hell's afraid I'll take over.
Yeah. No, you keep thinking.
Yes, I always said that about my daddy. That, you know, hell don't want him. He'd take over. big
Well,
time.
I think that restraining order is still out there against me.
I'm gonna pray for y'all. That's why I'm a lot. Man, Mater, don't even get me started. But Cajun, don't you get me started either. I'm still listening. I'm still listening to that song though. I actually just heard it, listened to it twice yesterday. The one you,
Thread of Hope.
Yes, sir. And I showed it. I showed it to Kiki before we went up to Vegas yesterday.
Boy, that's man. That song there will give you the free songs, man. Make the hair stand on your neck.
Yeah.
It makes the hair on top of my head stand up, and I ain't got none.
Makes a new grow.
That is a awesome song, man. First time I heard it, I rented from my church. They had a video, checkout. Like, they had a library, and you could check out VCR tapes. And just so happened, I checked out the Gaither family reunion, the Gaither reunion, and she was on there, buddy. And let me tell you what, I was like, oh my goodness. And then Jake Hessman, he passed away now. He died of cancer. But Jake was an awesome singer too. Then they got Tennessee Ernie Ford. Tennessee Ernie Ford. His son is on that tape for Bill Gaither. And the Gaither reunions. Tennessee Ernie Ford's son's there. And he looks just like his daddy too. He looked just like Ernie Ford. He can't disown that as a son. He cannot. No, because he's a twin, of himself.
Fitting image.
Yeah, fitting image.
But no, I had a good day. Me and Kiki had a good day yesterday. We went up to Vegas and went to the New Orleans casino, TGI Fridays, and then we watched. We went up there for a concert. We went up there for last night was the Air Supply concert. We went up there for. And
Air Supply, I remember them from years ago.
Yeah.
And it was Kiki's first time, and she, they don't come out and take pictures or nothing with you, but I got both of those guys to stand where she was right by the stage because they invited people down halfway through the show, and she was right next to the stage with her back turned. Each one of them, even I got pictures with them, and they were no more than 6 inches away from her.
Yeah.
Radio Mike, I'm going to send you the link for that song we're talking about.
Yeah.
You will enjoy it. Believe me. You will enjoy it.
I still enjoy it. I got that thing on repeat.
You must have listened to, you wore the needle on that one, money.
Good thing it's on YouTube because that vinyl would be screaming at me at this point.
I tell you, that song's got a lot of feeling in it,
It does.
It's got some feeling in it. That woman can sing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
she's one of those where she opens her mouth, it demands attention. Real quick.
What's that? She's French and Jamaican. She's English, UK English, but her daddy was French, her mama was Jamaican. She's light skinned. I forget her name. She did that song. She did the video in New Orleans for it. French background.
Is it part of the Vaker of
No. This is new music. It's called "You Can't Stop This Flame."
Okay.
What was her name? And I heard it while I was in the hospital. The first time I was in for that whole month in March, when I missed that quilt auction for Miss Ida.
Mm-hmm.
The one that we got together. And me, Big T, and Miss Ida, we started that quilt auction thing and raised a lot of money for Susan G. Komen Foundation. Breast cancer awareness.
Mm-hmm. What'd they do this year? Did they hit 20 grand?
Miss Ida did a I forgot what it was. It wasn't for the breast awareness. I mean, it wasn't that one. It was for.
Was
I
it St.
forgot.
Jude?
Yeah, I think so. St. Jude. Yeah.
I know she either does Susan
It was
G.
a
Komen
2-day
or St. Jude.
auction.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
a
it was so long.
2-day
People were sitting in so much stuff. I think everybody sent in like 5 or 10 items a piece,
Yeah.
and there was over 100 and so people sending stuff in.
Yeah.
This was the great collections auctions that never end. I mean, people were donating gold, platinum. I mean, just like I think there was a couple in there that had a kilo of silver or something doing it, something. And you know, I think those are the guys that own the coin shops or something, and you know, donated it or whatever. But
Oh, the name of the song is "You Never Stop This Flame," but you know the lyric in it, "You'll never stop this flame." It's by Celeste. Celeste from
okay,
England. But like I said, she's French and Jamaican. But
yeah. So I
man,
didn't. I didn't.
that she has a powerful voice, Celeste.
Yeah. So definitely, you know, going up to Vegas and visiting is fine for a day because I know driving out, me and my daughter each looked at each other and said, "We sure didn't leave nothing here. We don't need to be up here any longer than we were."
You never lost nothing in Vegas. Huh?
Yeah, I used to live up there. Remember, I used to live in Vegas. That's what I said. But going up there now to visit is fine for like I won't even spend a weekend in Vegas unless it's like a church conference or something.
Like we were
You know,
saying
then
a
I'll
while
do it.
back, what happens in Vegas is 5 years old now.
Yeah, turns 5 next year. That's right. Now I ain't doing that. Oh, nope,
So
nope,
did you go
nope.
say hi to Rick and the guys?
Huh?
I said when you were in there in Vegas, you go say hi to Rick and the rest of the Chun-Li and
Nope, I didn't go to Pawn Stars.
oh, okay.
I've already been at Pawn Stars so many times. I got so much Pawn Star bags and velvet bags over here, and in my I think I still got a few left. I was buying stuff right and left from those guys and the cashiers and stuff that are in there, the other employees they had. I told them I have a gold and silver business, and they just grabbed a handful of those gold Pawn Star bags, just threw them in my bag and said, "Here, just give them out when people buy your coins." So that's what I was doing for a while when I was at coin shows and stuff.
So how are their prices on stuff when it comes to coins?
Well, you can go in there and buy a raw silver panda for about 50-ish, but probably going to be closer to 70. You can go in there and buy, like, you know, how they made all the silver rounds of the old man Chun-Li and blah, blah, you know, those 1 ounce rounds. Yeah, they were selling them for $150 a piece. They have the highest denominational bill they had in there was a $10,000 bill that was graded VF40, and they didn't have a price tag on it. It says ask, so I did.
I did.
I did, and I said, "How much is this?" And he went over and looked at it because they had it in a binder. You know, certain things that say ask, you know, like the senators' chairs and other things that you've seen on the show. That some of that stuff is not for sale, but some of the Super Bowl rings it has asked, and so they have a binder for that. You know, the employees do. And yes, but hi, sweetie. And it was at $335,000.
Oh,
plus tax. And I was like, I couldn't even afford the tax, let alone the $335,000.
you're trying to talk them down to 300.
Got it back together. And it's the potential smooth as silk right now.
So what is that bill worth then?
And a VF40?
Yeah.
And a like a great collections or something like that auction setting, you could probably get
60,
you would probably break even if someone really took off with it, someone really wanted it. Retail, something like that, if someone had it at a coin shop, yeah, it was PMG that had it graded, not PCS, it was PMG, which is NGC. PMG is owned by NGC. probably about 275. They had it
Really?
for about 60 grand over.
What,
But
what
because
year
of where
was it?
you're at and where you're in Vegas, everything.
I didn't think it was going to be worth that much.
Hell, I
Yeah,
didn't
I
either.
mean, once you get out of the 20s and 30s, you start getting into the 40s, high 40s, 50s. Yeah, those numbers they
Oh,
don't go
yeah,
like this. They
in
just,
that case. But
yeah,
like
they just shrink.
a VF, you figure it would have graded more higher because a $10,000 bill was not really circulated that much.
You would think, but the person that had this bill, I don't know, I guess there's an episode on it that it actually came in. I don't know. But I guess there's an episode. You can Google it up. I never had time to do it.
I think
let's
so,
go lay
yeah.
down.
I think I might
Lay
have
down.
seen that one.
Go lay down. Okay. Go lay down.
Yeah.
They said that the guy that found it came from his grandpa, which he got it from his dad, so his great grandpa, and it was folded a couple of times because they just kind of folded it up and then put it in the box and left it there for a decade or whatever, or I don't know, but I don't remember the episode. I've seen the episode with the $100,000 bill. I've seen the episode with the $5,000 bill. I haven't seen the episode with the $10,000. I thought I did, but either way, if it's the same one, I'm sure they've got more than one $10,000 bill that's come in their store within the time the show has been going. But anyway, so that's what they said. Now, and I don't know if they were just spinning me full of something or if that was an actual true, story or something. But
I know that
they do have one. They did have one. Now they don't put this out on display a lot, and the guy did tell me that if I was interested in the $10,000 bill, they have one if Rick would sell it, and this is where Rick would come out because Rick and the guys, they're not out there when you're just going in and everything. They're not out there all the time. They're back in the back hiding in the offices and stuff. He's got regular employees out there, but he has one at home. And I didn't even know this, but yeah, he has $100,000 bill at home.
Damn.
And that one, no, I've never met Chum Lee or none of the other guys. It was just regular workers, stuff like that. I saw the one guy that was a manager that's been on a couple of episodes from time to time in there, where they, bring in new guys and whatever. I saw him in there walking around, but I was just talking to a regular employee. But he said if you were interested in it, he could give Rick a call, and you could talk to him about the $100,000 bill. And I said, I didn't bring any millions of dollars with me because I know what that thing's worth.
Yeah.
That starts at 7 digits and climbs quick, and especially if Rick has it in his own personal collection. Oh, he's not getting rid of that. Nope. Especially that we know there's only 7 or 8 known left in the world. Yeah, he's not going to get that. That's one of those that's just going to get passed down from, kid to grand. Big Hoss is probably going to get it, and his kids or whoever's going to get, it's just going to be one of those going down the line kind of thing. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I know the $100,000 bill, that is what was used in between banks.
Yeah, that's all it was. So most of your $100,000 bills are still MS. Because they were immaculate shape, very little oil or creases with hands because they were usually just put in envelopes and left in the envelopes. Like there's 700,000, so there's 7 bills, and that when J.P. Morgan and Wells Fargo and they were going back and forth in New York and blah blah blah, and all of them were doing the New York not stock exchange, the stock exchange. That was another one where they move a lot of stuff around.
Yeah, want to know why is it, where it's not legal for, I guess, a civilian to own it?
No.
They're not printing them.
Why is it illegal to own a $100,000 bill? A $100,000 gold certificate was only used for official records and Federal Reserve banks, was not circulated among the general public, was not connoting currency. No. Right.
I didn't know they were illegal, but I remember the $100,000 bill, the $500,000 bill. Those were actually meant for bank transfers, money transfers.
That's all they were, but unfortunately, like error notes, they slip out. Yeah. And so they You can't have one at, like me being a coin dealer. I can't have $100,000 bill in my case at a coin show. No, but there is a lot of paperwork, things like that, logistics that you can go through, like these high-end collectors can do. That spend the money that's got their lawyer and their banker with them at these auctions that do that for these high-end collections.
Well, you're not supposed to have a 1974 aluminum penny neither, but
right.
those are highly illegal because of the fact that Congress didn't pass that to enact it as an official penny. They were tinkering with it, made a bunch of them, and then, tried to get them all back. Just like the 1964 peace doctrine. You're not supposed to have that one either.
Yeah. There's another one that everybody is going to call me absolutely crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about when I say this. My coin dealer showed me proof. They exist. I seen them.
You're crazy.
1856 flying cent. They don't make them. They started in 57. They had 4 1856 that were prototypes.
Mm-hmm.
They got out. My dealer has a friend. Now, I don't know where this guy lives. All I know is he sent me an email.
I'll be back in a minute.
It was
5 minutes.
And PCGS graded this thing. PCGS graded this thing, so obviously it's legit. And it was a, I don't say it was in the 30s. It might have been a 30. Is what this penny was. And they could not, and to this day, no one puts a price tag on it. It's just whatever someone's willing to pay for.
In other words, priceless.
At this point, because PCGS, they had a big whoop to do about it, and their PCGS shows. I think they had it on display for like a year and a half at all the different shows. They leased it out to PCGS to display it, to show it, and blah 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 blah. But yeah, I guess because he said 1857, I'm like, there ain't no such thing as an 1856 flying penny. What the hell are you talking about? He showed me a picture. He's like, oh, right here. PCGS graded it. It was in a PCGS thing.
Now, I do have a question for you.
Hang on. Cat's Crazy World. Now, I'm just going with what the coin dealer told me. Now, this ain't no facts that I looked up and knew none of that. He just said that he knows of 4 of them that were prototypes. Beyond that, I don't know. I was just letting y'all know. Anyway, what's the question?
All right. 1893 O Morgan.
Well, that's a good year.
Is it?
Well, no, because that 1893 is that's the year. You want the estimate. The 1893 that's the granddaddy of them. 1893 O, it's a semi. What is going on with my computer? Wow.
Yeah, up like this. I'm looking at it. This thing is not in good shape. It's definitely it would get a lower grade than my $100 bill.
Yeah, if it wouldn't even reach a 20, I'd put it in a 2x2 cardboard flip and just put it out in a coin tray, how they have the individual coins in the cardboard flips, and just put it out and sell it that way.
Yeah, but up like this.
Let them deal with it. They want to grade it, they can grade it. They want to put it in their book for spot filler for nothing.
I mean, I can still read on there where it says, United States of America, $1. But as far as on the reverse and everything, I mean, I can still see all the tail feathers and a few of the other details, and actually see some of the.
But where you want to look is behind the ear with the hairline. You want to look at the breast feathers of the eagle. You want to look at all the high points. You want to look at the Liberty on the. That's what you want to look at.
Well, I can still read where it says Liberty on it.
And then how much and then how much chatter's all over the field in it, and
Yeah.
so.
But yeah, right now current bid is 0. Minimum bid 100, and nobody's bid on it. So opening bid is supposed to be $100.
Yeah, see right there, she's it's between 110 to 675, but if they're in uncirculated condition, then yeah. So when you're talking semi key dates, Morgans, things of that nature, you're always talking condition. And
Right.
usually when it comes to semi key dates, and this is just me, I'm very leery buying them raw, unless I know that I know the person and they're the one selling it to me or something. I usually always try to, and if I do buy them raw, I'm sending them off immediately. If I buy them from a few people that I do know, only because they're a tough sell, especially if new people come up to your table, your store, what have you. They don't know you. They're trying to establish a relationship with you. Well, they're going to buy your generic silvers, your gold, your whatever's. That's easy. When you start getting into key dates, you don't really sell a lot of key dates or semi key dates right away to new people unless they're already certified, because then that tells them the third party company said, yes, that's a real coin. You don't got to worry about it. Because there is way too many stories where people will buy 1893 S's, 1900 O over CC. And I'm not saying the O over CC is a big coin. But I've seen a lot of fakes out there, and I've seen stories on YouTube where they'll go home and it's not even worth the steel that's in it, because it ain't silver.
Didn't you say 1921 peace dollar is a key date?
No, 1921. I mean, you could call it a key date because it's the high relief. The 1921 is the high relief. Your 28 peace dollar is what's the key date.
All right, so
and your 34S is a semi key.
So basically, a 21 Philly is
all your 21s are pretty much going to be Philly anyway.
Oh, I just
but
found.
As long as but peace dollars, a 21 peace dollar, oh yeah, it's always going to be worth the money. A 21 Philly Morgan, you can get those in tubes.
Yeah, those are common, very common. They made millions and millions and millions and millions.
Yeah,
of
they
those.
did.
Hey, Radio Mike, check your email, bud. Let me know what you think. Hard to get change from the 7-Eleven for one of them large bills. Yeah. Or to get change at the bank. you empty a couple of tellers' drawers for sure.
Right.
Yeah, my whole bank, none of them care to have that stuff in their thing. So when I go in there, because my bank's inside Walmart here. So when I go in there, they'll all grab me.
What's the name of that bank?
It's First Convenience Bank. It's also the first. It's a company of First Bank of Texas. So
okay.
When I move out to Texas, I don't have to change no accounts because it's just First Bank of Texas.
Bandwidth. Oh, okay, I got you, Mike. Ours is a pine tree or something like that. A bank that's not in town. It's just the bank at Walmart. I don't know where any other branches are, but I thought that Walmart was getting their quarters and their change for the self checkouts. I thought they were getting it from that bank.
Mm-hmm.
It would kind of make sense, when that bank got its armored car delivery, it would get some extra bags of quarters and what have you for the self checkout. But they don't. It comes in an armored car, and all the quarters are. It's like I was like, I know the manager, so I'm like, hey man, can I get a bag of $500 quarters? And he was like, No, no, but say a bag of $1,000 of quarters. I'm like, oh, okay. So I knew I could get quarters. That's why I had a video out on make friend, with live stream. Make friends with your Walmart manager, and you can get a bag of quarters for $1,000. That way you can look for the W quarter.
Yep.
Right.
And so I mean, I could have got it, but I didn't have $1,000 to trade in on $1,000 worth of quarters because that was all brand new quarters. That
Yeah, for the
early in the
longest
year,
for the longest time, I thought my bank issued, straight to Walmart. I thought like this Walmart got to be, because they were ordering so many boxes of quarters, and I'm just like, what in the world? I just thought it was Walmart, because
oh yeah, I did mention
and,
box of quarters. He says no, we get them in bags of $1,000.
and that's really weird because you know how most people you'll see people that do the $half hunts and stuff on YouTube. We all see them, and they're all in boxes, correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Not my bank. It'll come in a bag. They're all in machine wrap rolls, but it comes in a bag. It won't come in a box.
Huh. Now, those are circulated or just fresh, newly minted?
No, they're all circulated.
Oh, okay.
So, you'd want to search them and stuff like that. They're not brand new. But yeah, they'll come in a bag versus a box out here. I'm like,
okay.
what in the world? But if you go down to Chase and Wells Fargo, they'll come in a box. But for some reason, my branch, they come in a bag. I'm like, what? Okay. I don't know. Because the main one that they use out here is two. We use Loomis and Garda. I think Garda, whatever. Garda.
Now, are the W quarters? Are they still over face value, or are they?
They
Just
are.
Yeah.
They are. But honestly, if you talk to any dealer with them, it depends on. There's not a whole lot of people coming in for them anymore, so the hype has gone way down.
Right.
Last time I checked, and this was like the beginning of the year, so it's been almost 6 months now. They were at $5 a piece, and that was if they were in good condition. Now, if they're run of the mill and they look like they've been run over and stuff like that, and they were a W quarter, most people are just tossing them back now.
Hell.
Yeah. So, unless you have them, someone like Nerd Analyst or something, where he's got 4 or 5 sets of 2019, 2020, something like that, each, and he's got all 5 in his thing in their sets and stuff like that.
Like Jeep
And
and John.
if you got the whole set, then it's worth more. But if you just have an individual quarter,
Jeep and John was doing that. He was had custom made holders and boxes, custom, and so
plastic.
He had all every quarter from every year in those holders and in a display box. And man, he was getting, I forget how much he was getting for those. And then if he wanted them graded, he would send them off to PCGS to get graded. And then actually that was more money,
How many W quarters were there? What, 10?
They had them for 3 years. They had them.
I thought it was 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, because this is the only W that I have, but it's graded. The 2020.
I've got the first year. I've got all 5. The second year, I think I got 3. I think 2 or 3.
All right. So wasn't there only 2 years they ran them money?
Yeah, 19 and 20.
Yeah.
That's the only W I have. Just because my guy that I bought one time when I was buying so much from him, I've had this for over a year now. When I think I spent, when I was getting ready to get inventory for the gun show or something. He had a few of these, and I spent over $2,500, $3,000. I didn't need much. I just needed a lot of generic silvers and stuff. And he had this, and he just tossed it in the box. And I don't remember if I think I put down where he charged me. I think he did, but he may not have. I don't know. I don't know if he did or not. I think he did. I think he charged me like $5 for it or something, like it was a raw quarter or something. since it was MS. I think that's what he ended up. I think that's what he did. But I don't know. I don't really bring this out much, you know, when I go to sell, just because stuff like this. It's good to show. It's good to have things like this at your table, you know, especially when you got kids, you know, teenagers or something, and they're like, oh, they actually did things like that. Like when you have I always have Eisenhower dollars. I always have silver ones, and I always have non-silver ones, and show them they did make silver dollars, but then they made the platinum too. You know, so
Check your the private chat, Mike.
Yeah, maybe. I'll let you know. It wouldn't be for a little while, but possibly.
Okay.
What?
I got one other guy that wants it, but
Oh, I
don't know.
mean, yeah, if that's the case, go ahead and
No, no, I'm not saying that to
no.
make
I'm
it
just
more interesting. But
no,
I hadn't heard from him in a year.
okay, I was gonna say because it'd be
He kind of dropped off the map. I don't even know if he's still alive.
Yeah, I was gonna say I keep looking to see if I can find, you know, good deals and everything on the coins and stuff, but
It's not my channel. I don't talk politics, but even with the way silver's going up and going down, it really doesn't matter because the inflation is everything, and the premiums on everything is there. You're just not going to find any unless you go to an actual shop online. There's a reason I have wholesalers like AppMex, JM Bullion. I'm a wholesaler on there. I haven't done no business with them. None. Because to me, even wholesale prices are stupider than stupid. And
all right, here you
I
go.
told them that.
Here's one. 1900 $2.50 gold Liberty.
Is it raw or graded?
It's not graded, but it's in a 2x2.
Oh, that's the one you was talking about earlier.
No,
Oh, okay. Because we got off of the subject of that one. I forget why, but
that
Well,
was
$2.50. You're talking that's a quarter ounce round. It's same size. It really. I mean, I've seen those go anywhere from $400 to $500 on up to. I would not pay that price for nobody.
Hi, Mara. Hi, Cajun.
Oh, there's a Kiki.
hello.
Hey, Kiki.
They say hello.
Sorry, I know I can't say I take the dog out.
Gotta take the dog out. But yeah, I just that when it comes to gold, when it comes to gold, I don't really have anybody looking, or well, at least with me. I mean, I don't know what people's budgets are and everything like that. But usually, if I'm selling it, I usually don't really get a lot of interest unless it's a tenth or lower, like 10th, 2.5 gram, 1 gram bars, things of that nature. Tenth of an ounce, something like that. Quarter on up, you're starting to get a little pricey, especially with the premiums and everything. And it just.
What's up, Randy? Oh, XTX Barbecue is in the house, and it don't stand for receive transmit neither. That's another Louisiana boy right there.
Okay.
He's in Southeast Texas though, but he's a Louisiana boy.
All right, Cajun, what you were talking about was the 1989 American Eagle $5 gold coin.
Okay. Yeah, you had mentioned it, and we got off the subject.
Oh,
Right.
the 89 Gold Eagles.
Yeah. I
The
mean,
Gold Eagles. Now the Gold Eagles. Now this is just my take on it. If you're going to buy gold, listen to me carefully. And yes, I am a dealer, and I'm telling you not to do something. But it's your money. Do what you want. People buy what they like. They always have. They always will. But with the inflations and everything going on right now.
Gotcha, Randy.
Don't buy coins. If you're going to buy fractional gold, buy bullion, buy rounds, buy bars, 2.5 gram, 5 gram, 10 gram bars, 1 gram bars.
Right.
Buy if you're going to buy fractional, don't buy coins. There's a much higher premium on coins than on your generics.
Unless you can
And
get a
there's-
good deal on it. You know,
Right,
if the
unless
price
you've
is
got the
right,
money,
yeah.
Unless you're one of those that you've got a guy that knows a guy and you're in, then you'll go for it. But if you're the other 98% of the population, and recently sold it for $4K, just enough to buy a car and get a couple things for the tiny home we live in. Hey, Cat's Crazy World, that's what I'm getting ready to do when we move out to Texas. It's going to kind of be a tiny home, but it's not really going to be a tiny home. It's defined as one, but we're going to do an 18 by 40 2-story, and it's going to have a porch.
Yep.
It's going to have a porch, and then we're going to do a screened-in porch. Half wall. It's going to be a half wall, then a screened-in porch. So that's what we're going to do. And of course, Mater's going to be saving me a lot of money since he knows a lot of things.
Yep.
Man, I ain't got to buy no tools because, well, they're all behind him. Or hanging up on the wall.
Sit over here.
Or hanging up on the wall. So. and then possibly we might get Mr. Boudreaux and Missy to come up for a weekend and help us out and shoot the breeze and all sorts of fun stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, if we're able to make it. Right now the Jeep's down, so water pump. I mean, we can go to the store and back, but you got to add water. So,
right.
And I don't like. I mean, you can't add coolant, antifreeze coolant, because you're wasting money like that.
Yeah.
Once you put it in, it's gonna come right back out, going to the store and back. So just
Right.
water, and I hate putting just plain water in a coolant system.
What's a water pump for that Jeep cost? I've been in your Jeep, so
About $80, I think.
so it ain't too terrible.
And that's the one with the steel impeller instead of the plastic impeller.
Okay.
The plastic impeller is $69 or something like that. I think the metal one. So
Bought the
What
old
year is
Cajun.
that?
For it.
Cajun, what kind of Jeep you got? What year is it?
huh?
What year is your Jeep?
Oh, it's the first year, 02. I mean, I can put it on the charge account, the shop's account, and get a discount on it. That's no problem there. I just pay Johnny the money. Just give him the money, and then he'll pay the bill at the end of the month.
2002 what?
Jeep Liberty.
So you already have one ordered or not yet?
What, water pump?
Yeah, a new water pump. You already got one coming in or no?
Uh-uh.
No, not yet.
No, the money's too funny.
I hear you on that.
37?
Yeah. Limited.
Use the X-ray film.
Yeah, I didn't look up the prices at O'Reilly's because that's where we got a commercial charge account at. The shop has a commercial
Car
charge
got
account.
the Chevy Cavalier. It doesn't have any from the way a car should be, right? Now, am I correct? No, y'all the motor people and the car people, and Lord knows I'm not. Someone told me, and I don't know if they were spinning me full of stuff or if they were actually being real with me. They told me that the way Chevy builds their cars, they're going to break down. Something is going to break down by the time you hit 120,000 miles. Period. And they're trying to tell me that Ford has kind of the same thing, but they can get theirs to about 130, 140,000. And what I mean by breaking down is I don't mean your brakes need done, things like I'm talking like what Cajun's talking about. Water pump starts going out. You got slow
Yeah.
things, your radiator starts
yeah.
leaking,
Well,
little things like that. And because they said that's just the way they're made, and that's just the way they manufacture.
well, that's wear and tear. You know, water pump, they're gonna go out on you.
Oh yeah.
A timing chain and timing gears are going to go out on you, and it's recommended every 100,000 miles. A buddy of mine had a Dodge truck. He's probably got 1,000,000 miles on it now. He had almost 400,000 when I knew him, and that truck ran like a top, no trouble. But he changed the timing chain and timing gears and water pump every 100,000 miles.
Yep.
And he maintained his oil changes regular, stuff like that. So.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with any, manufacturer. As long as you follow the manufacturer's basically the guidelines as far as when you're supposed to do the scheduled maintenance, it'll last.
Hey, Terry.
It's just like, I had that little 92 Dakota with 4-cylinder. It had a timing belt. They say, I think 65 or 70,000 miles, change the timing belt. I wound up doing it.
Now, because one of the things I do know that they tell you, I can't remember if it's 30, 69, but they say something about a transmission flush or something, or something about at 30, 60,000, 120, every 30,000 miles do a tranny flush or something. I don't know what I'm talking about. Again, I don't know cars.
Well, when I worked for Montgomery Ward's, at that time, of course, most of your vehicles were rear-wheel drive, and they would, manufacturers would recommend 25, 30,000 miles, get a new filter in the transmission.
Right.
And they'd come in, it was like $50 to do a transmission service on it. And that was basically me dropping the pan, draining it, and putting a new filter, new gasket, and everything, and 4 quarts of fluid.
Boudreaux, Raging's trying to show you something.
Oh, okay.
I knew he wasn't on the StreamYard screen. So.
Oh, okay. Let me make that big.
Looks like it's an Amet water pump or something with gasket.
That's,
branded
water pump with gasket.
El
The glare is killing me.
Replacement for Commander Dodge Ram 1500, Dakota, Durango, Grand Cherokee, Liberty, Chrysler, Aspen, Mitsubishi, Raider 3.7 liter V6, 4.7 liter V8.
Okay. And
what's the price on it? $33.99.
$33. Where's that at?
Amazon Prime. Amazon.
Probably.
At Amazon?
Yep.
Oh, okay. No, I'm gonna stick with O'Reilly's because I get a lifetime warranty on it. Appreciate the info, though.
That's one thing about doing like a brick and mortar store is that it's a lot easier if you got a problem with something, you can take it back to them compared to say ordering something offline or online like Amazon or eBay, something like that. And Raging don't want to be big anymore.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm getting the link. I'm sharing the link for Pull Bear Head.
Yeah. But that's the thing about, for me, I'd rather go to, like O'Reilly's or AutoZone or, say Napa. And I'd rather deal with some, if I'm going to get a part, I'd rather deal with someone like that. Yeah, I might have the lifetime warranty. Well, hell, if it goes out, I can pull it out. I can go back over to the store and do an exchange.
Last question for you car people. What do you guys think of, and I'm sure there's going to be many different opinions. I don't know. I've never ordered anything from them. What do you guys think of that Rock Auto, that online auto part? That rockauto.com.
I never used them.
Never have. I don't.
It's good if you're going to order something, if you're going to make an order over $100. Otherwise, you're paying for the shipping.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm just so used to it. If I need something, I go down to my AutoZone or O'Reilly or something and just pay it. I don't need anything.
Now, I do know someone that.
Pull Bear Head just went live.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, guys, I will not see you over there because I've got to start making dinner, but it was good seeing y'all. I hope y'all have a good night. And I'll
Yep.
talk to you later.
All right.
All right, money. Appreciate you coming up. All right, appreciate you coming up. All right, Raising Cajun, your turn.
All right, everybody. Y'all have a great week. Make sure it's a profitable week. And Cajun, thanks for having me up. Mater, good to see you. Well, like I always say, you'll keep those wheels spinning. Beavers grinning. We'll catch you on the next one.
All right. Well, Cajun, I appreciate you having me up and everything. Raging, it's good seeing you again. And I guess that we will be going over and doing a raid on Polar Bear.
Yep, y'all remember, tell Pull a Bear Ed, Cajun Raid, that link I just put in chat earlier. That's the link. And boy, I don't know if that's a good link or not. Let me do this again.
I'll still be able to get over there.
Oh yeah, that was a good link. Okay, well, let me put it back in chat one more time. Yeah. All right, everybody. Y'all be safe for this holiday weekend and Monday. And y'all remember, keep y'all in memory of those who have fallen for us and in the service. You know, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. You know, whichever branch of the service you were in, Coast Guard counts too. So, all right, everybody. Y'all know the routine. It's good being north of the grass. Y'all stay safe. Be that way. Be that way. Stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later. A Pluto.
Bye, everybody.